giving you an opportunity to get the full story from the people who tell it best. This is Mediacom News Leaders.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth Kling with Mediacom News Leaders. We're talking with Joe Murphy right now, the chair this year for the March for Babies. And Joe, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me on.
So tell us a little bit, first of all, about the March of Dimes, the organization that puts on the March for Babies. Tell us about its mission.
Well, the March of Dimes is a great organization, and at the forefront of that mission is to be at the leading edge in the fight for the health of all moms and all babies. Whether that's through cutting-edge research, advocacy, or public awareness campaigns, we want to make sure that we're constantly driving home the message on what our most important resources are, and that's our kiddos and their moms that bring them into this world.
Yeah. So then the March for Babies is a day to further that message, spread the word, and tell us about what people can expect from the event.
Well, it's going to be a great time. There's a lot of fun activities for kids. It's a 2.2-mile loop across the DMAC Ankeny campus around their big pond. There's face painting. There'll be live DJs. We'll have a helicopter flying around, which is always popular with the kids. And we'll have a superhero sprint, which is a lot of fun. And the whole point of this is to raise money to a great cause. Like I said, the March of Dimes, through the March for Babies walk, provides so many resources and programming to Central Iowans, which I think is a really key point. Although it's an international organization, the dollars that we raise here locally stand to benefit Iowans, which I think is a great attribute.
Yeah, so tell us about your personal connection and reason for getting involved in this effort.
Yeah, so I have 3 wonderful kids. We have a son, Liam, who's 5, and my wife and I have twin daughters, London and Isla, and all 3 are proud graduates of the Blank NICU Center. And so we got into this sort of unknowingly. You know, you never expect to go through a premature birth, and all 3 of our kids were born premature. And so going through that process, which was traumatic and stressful, obviously, but knowing that the March of Dimes and other organizations around Central Iowa were here to support us and to care for us just meant so much to us as a family. Knowing that we were in the best hands possible, knowing that the March of Dimes was there with all the research and resources that they have, we just feel compelled to give back as much as we can. So that's why our family is involved. That's why I'm chairing the walk this year. It's personal to us. We want to make sure that people that live in Central Iowa, if they go through an experience like this, and unfortunately it does happen, about 1 in 10 births are premature these days in Polk County. We want to make sure that those folks that go through that have the same access to care and the quality of care that we've experienced.
Yeah, and I think another aspect too is just having that connection to other families who get it.
Yeah. Who
know what you've experienced.
Yeah, it's important. It's a community, and it can be a tough issue. Our kids are doing great now, but there are so many stories out there that don't end well, and we want to be mindful of that, and we want to bring those memories to the forefront and walk for all kids, all babies. That's really important to us, to celebrate that legacy and to raise money for this great cause.
Well, let's talk about how people can get involved then. What do they need to do to take part of the march? Well,
first of all, the march will be on May 4th this year, like I said, at the DMAC Ankeny campus. Registration starts at 8 a.m. The program will start at 9. And you can go to the marchforbabies.org, register a team, sign up, sign your friends up. Donating is really easy. And one of the things with a walk like this, it can be intimidating to ask for money from your family and friends and coworkers, but what we've found is that people are really generous. They want to give to causes like this, especially when it hits so close to home. So grab 10 friends, ask them to raise $10 or donate $10 to you, and you're automatically at that $100 threshold, and then it just keeps going from there. So it'll be a great time.
Yeah, I think that is something where people are like, well, I've never had to ask for money before. How do I approach that? Do you have any other tips for people if that's totally new territory for them to ease into that process?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say don't be shy. Again, people are more generous than you'd expect, especially your family and friends who have a personal and emotional connection to their kids or their grandkids or their nieces and nephews. Promote it on Facebook and Twitter using all of the appropriate social media channels. You can register a team online at marchforbabies.org, get your family and coworkers involved there, and just have fun with it. It's a great cause. It's a great opportunity. The walk is really family friendly and oriented. So it'll be a really interesting time and a fun time. And like I said, the money that we raise stays local, and we think that's a great thing.
Absolutely. Well, Joe, thanks so much for your time.
Thanks,
we appreciate
Elizabeth.
it.
Appreciate it.
We've been talking with Joe Murphy, the chair for this year's March for Babies. Join us next time here on Mediacom News Leaders.